Hello, I am Patrick Hetherington reporting for Creative Spotlight. We are here now at the World Cafe Live where Anna Krantz is about to perform. So let's go inside and have her as our first singer in the spotlight.
Beyond the longing and the lust, beneath the rebel and the dust, there's a much better version of us. And in the clearing of the mist, faded echo of a kiss.
Good evening and welcome all to the first ever episode of The Spotlight. My name is Patrick Hetherington and our guest today is a talented singer-songwriter from the UK and an excellent pianist, Miss Anna Krantz. Welcome to The Spotlight.
Thank you.
Well,
It's exciting to be here on your first show.
no, first debut for everything. So I guess it makes the most sense to start at the very beginning and how you became you. What inspired you to become a musician?
I don't think it was a choice, rather than I found a piano. We moved into a house that had a piano in it, and I just started playing, and a song came out immediately. So it's as though it found me, really. And I've been writing songs ever since, and it's what I do.
So it was your own composition, or you just start playing?
Yeah, it's pretty deep for an 8-year-old. But yeah, it was in C minor, and I've just been writing ever since.
Well, that sort of answers the next question, which is where do you draw inspiration from, especially when you're writing your lyrics?
Yeah, I get asked this a lot, and I think it's a different answer every time because it's a different reason every time. I could write a song about this. I never know until I sit down and write. But yeah, often, relationships, friendships, or otherwise, often inspire songs. They always do. Just observing life, just whatever moves me gets written about.
Such a beautiful invitation. RSVPs. You know I love a good celebration, but the only problem is that I don't have a +1 guest.
Even a quick look at your website will show you've got some pretty big names already lauding your work. One of whom is Ed Sheeran. You've worked with EMI Publishing, is that right?
Yeah.
And it even appears, I was watching one of your music videos earlier, Rubble and Dust.
Yeah, Rubble and the Dust.
And he even appears in snapshot form in that one.
Yeah.
What was that experience like, working with him?
Well, I've known Ed for a while. We started writing together a few years ago, and we became friends. And he's just the sweetest, most incredibly focused guy I've ever met. I mean, he's really cool. And so he actually, when he was in New York, he just sort of sent me a text, look, I'm here, are you here? And we just hung out for a while, and I told him I was making this video, Rubble in the Dust, and he just said, give me a minute, get me a Sharpie, and he went and got this flannel from his bathroom in his hotel and just wrote Rubble in the Dust and said, take a picture. And yeah, he's just such a cool guy.
Well, that video in particular, I went through a few of them, but that one I just like. It's one of those I like where you have obviously kind of going all over the place. I mean, obviously the same phrase written. You have that sort of universality to it. That's what I thought.
That's a nice observation.
Yeah.
I like it.
I can do bite-sized philosophy. I don't know.
Right.
I think the only thing that really hurts is you were the one who got to say it first. You were the one who got to sidestep the losing. We both knew there was something missing here. You wiped the slate and made the truth appear. This was written, not something you are choosing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware or if YouTube has been playing silly buggers on me again, but under the if you like this, then you'll also like this bit on your channel, it actually equates you to, frankly, huge names in the industry, like John Mayer, Mumford & Sons, Adele. So being a soul music singer then, who would you say had the biggest impact on your career?
Who's had the biggest impact on my career? It's like Sophie's Choice. There's
That'd be one answer.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. My first ever love for another musician was a woman called Mary Black, she's a sort of a Irish folk singer, and I saw her singing at the Albert Hall, and I just fell in love. But since then, there's a lot of the sort of 70s singer-songwriters, Joni Mitchell, Carole King, Bonnie Raitt. I think if I met Bonnie Raitt, I'd probably pass out. Love Bonnie Raitt. And then there's all the not obvious, but soul people like Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder and
You gotta love Stevie Wonder.
classics, basically. Yeah.
That is. Yeah, you've played gigs from London's Wembley Arena to New York's Rockwood Music Hall, and what particularly impressed me was you started pretty much at Abbey Road, which is like sort of the mecca for the music world. So in all that, what's been the most memorable moment for you so far in your career?
Wow, a question.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Abbey Road was incredible, but I was so overwhelmed by the whole experience that I don't think I was very present. And actually, for me, the best moments in my career are when I'm on stage and I'm very present in the room with everybody and I just connect with the audience. Those are always more memorable than anything else, regardless of the venue or the size of where I am. It's more about a connection I have with the audience, and that's, for me, about being very on that stage when I'm on that stage.
That's very cool. Yeah, it's not about, obviously, like you said, not the size of the venue. It's about
No.
Yeah, it's not about the scale. It's about the people you're with, in a way.
Yeah, and any time I'm inspired or I'm connected in any way, that for me, that's always why I do what I do.
So it's very early for audience participation, which is why I'm going to make you do it. This song's called Recharge My Heart, and I wrote it when I went home and realised how much I'd missed my friends and how much being at home for me is just home being London, not New York. How much being at home for me is like a recharge. And in the chorus, I'm going to sing, I fill up on love with my friends. And I need you to sing the words on love. So I'm going to go, I fill up on love. And you're going to go, on love with my friends, on love. You ready?
Yeah, notwithstanding the obviously impressive array of singers and songwriters and the like you've already worked with, if you had the choice to play with any musician, who would you choose and why?
Or any musician or any other singer? Songwriter.
Are you allowed to ask me questions? No, I'm thinking.
Where are you from?
No, I'm going to say, let's say any musician.
Any musician? Oh God, this is so tough. I mean, I'm going to have to say Bonnie Raitt. I would love to be on a stage with her and have her on her electric guitar. And then if we're going to do the band, I'd love Steve Jordan on the drums. That would be awesome. Maybe Pino Palladino on bass. And then it'd be great if John Mayer just walked in and also took a solo as well. That would be kind of cool. And if John Lennon could just come back for a minute and just be there.
Everyone wishes that. I think
Yeah.
that is a universal answer, no matter what genre of music these days.
It wasn't a short and snappy answer, so I have to think about it.
Yeah, in terms of like our viewers and obviously people who want to get into the same business as you, what's one piece of advice that you think you can provide?
Just be authentic. That's it. People don't like something that isn't real. They don't connect with it. So my best advice, when people say be yourself, they mean that. Be yourself.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to say that. I wish Justin Bieber did the same, but
I think he's being himself. He's Biebering himself.
Biebering himself. I quite like that phrase. He's
love
Biebering
Justin
himself.
Bieber. I just have to put that out there. I love him. I think he's so hugely talented, and that's why he's got the success he's got. He's brilliant. Yeah.
Well, I don't deny there's obviously
I'm
a
a
reason.
fan. You
but
heard it here first.
we're going off topic now. Yeah, I think that is all of the questions I've got anyway. Yeah, so I think thank you very much for joining us in the spotlight, and I hope all of you have enjoyed this interview.
Thank you. Can I just make one point? Can we have a look at the socks? These socks represent.
Yeah, like a UK-centric thing.
Yeah.
The Olympics aren't done yet, in my mind.
England in the house. Thank you very much.
Change is good for me. Change is what I needed. I came to a strange city and it changed me. Home is a short plane ride, too far from my eyes. distance has changed me. I fill up on love with my friends on love. Remember where I come from, to go back to where I've been. I fill up on love, yeah, with my friends.
Hey, I'm Anna Krantz, and this is Creative Spotlights.